A Chinese open source model just walked into the ring with Claude Opus 4.7 and the brand new ChatGPT 5.5. And on the benchmark, that matters for real coding work. It doesn't just compete, it beat them, and at 1/8 the price. I am talking about Kimi K2.6 from Moonshot AI. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly when to use it, when to pay for Claude or ChatGPT, and the number one that has the entire AI industry recalibrating right now. Let's get into it. Kimi K2.6 dropped on April 20th, 2026 from Moonshot AI. And here's why this release is different from every other open source model launch. 3 numbers tells the story. It have 1 trillion parameters, 32 billion active, 256 context window, and it is a mixture of expert model. Also, it is multimodal. It means it takes text, images, and video. And critically, it is released under a modified MIT license, which means you can download it, self-host it, fine-tune it, which you can't do any of that with Claude or ChatGPT at any price. But here's where it gets wild. Moonshot built K2.6 around something they call agent swarm. The model can coordinate up to 300 sub-agents in parallel, executing 4,000 coordinated steps. That's not marketing. They tested it autonomously, refactoring an 8-year-old open source financial matching engine over 13 hours, doing 1,000 plus tool calls and rewrote 4,000 lines of code, extracting a 185% throughput gain from a system that was already near its performance limit. That's the kind of long horizon agentic work that used to be a science fiction. Now it's running on a model you can host yourself. Okay, now let's talk about the numbers, because this is where everyone gets it wrong. SWE-bench Pro is the benchmark that matters. It tests real GitHub issues resolution across complex real-world repositories, not toy problem. This is what predicts whether an AI can actually help you ship code. And Kimi K2.6 scores 58.6% on SWE-bench Pro. On the other hand, GPT 5.4 scored 57.7%, Gemini scored 54.2%, Claude Opus 4.6 scored 53.4%. An open source model beating GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.6 on the most production relevant coding benchmark we have. It also leads on Humanity Last Exam with tools, 54%. Beating Claude Opus 4.6 at 53% and GPT at 52.1%. HLE with tools is the closest proxy we have for real agentic intelligence. Using external tools to solve problems you can't answer from memory. And on deep search QA, Kimi K2.6 hits a 92.5% F1 score versus 78.6% for the field. That's not close, that's a different league for information retrieval. Now, I want to be honest with you. According to artificial analysis, Kimi K2.6 ranks 4th on their intelligence index with a score of 54, behind Anthropic, Google, and OpenAI, which all sits at 57. So, overall raw intelligence, Claude and GPT still edge it out. But on agentic and coding benchmarks where developers actually live, Kimi is on top. And now, here's the plot twist. Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.7 4 days before Kimi K2.6, and Opus 4.7 came swinging. On SWE-bench verified, Opus 4.7 jumped to 87.6%, up from 80.8% on Opus 4.6. On SWE-bench Pro, Opus 4.7 hit 64.3%. That's now ahead of Kimi K2.6. which is on 58.6%. On MCP Atlas, the multi-tool agentic benchmark, Opus 4.7 leads at 77.3%. And on visual acuity, Anthropic's partner Expo reported a jump from 54.5% on Opus 4.6 to 98.5% on Opus 4.7. That's not improvement. That's removing a ceiling. So if you are picking purely on raw coding correctness on hard problems, Opus 4.7 is genuinely the strongest model right now. But when Killer.ai gave both models the same complex backend spec, Claude Opus 4.7 scored 91 out of 100 and Kimi K2.6 scored 68 out of 100. Kimi reached 75% of Claude's quality at 19% of the cost. The actual real-world cost on that test was $3.56 for Claude and 67 cents for Kimi. So that's the trade-off in one number. Then, on April 23rd, 2026, 3 days after Kimi, OpenAI dropped GPT 5.5, calling it a new class of intelligence. Let's check the benchmarks. On Terminal Bench 2.0, GPT 5.5 scored 82.7%. On the other hand, Opus 4.7 scored 69.4%. That's 13-point lead, and it's huge. Now, on Frontier Math Tier 4, GPT 5.5 hits 35.4%. And on the other hand, Opus 4.7 scored 22.9%. Math is where GPT 5.5 dominates. On OS World Verified, GPT 5.5 scored 78.7%, narrowly beating Opus 4.7 at 78%. But here's the important part. On SWE-bench Pro, GPT 5.5 lands at 58.6%, the same score as Kimi K2.6, and Opus 4.7 still leading at 64.3%. So, GPT 5.5 won planning and execution, but it did not win the code-based resolution war. And on the price side, OpenAI doubled it. GPT 5.5 cost $5 per million tokens and $30 per million output. And for GPT 5.5 Pro, $30 per million input and $180 per million output. The decoder called it a new class of intelligence at double the API price. Okay, this is a slide that should be tattooed on every CTO's monitor. Per million token cost for input and output. For Kimi K2.6, the input cost is $0.95 and the output cost is $4. And Kimi Code subscription comes in even cheaper, $0.6 per input and $2.5 per output. For Claude Opus 4.7, it is $5 for input and $25 for output. And for GPT 5.5, it is $5 for input and $30 for output. And for GPT 5.5 Pro, it is $30 for input and $180 for output. Run the math. Kimi K2.6 is roughly 5 times cheaper on input and 6 to 7 times cheaper on the output than Claude or GPT 5.5. If we compare it to GPT 5.5 Pro, you're looking at 30 to 45 times cost gap. If you consider this example, a startup processing 100 million input tokens and 10 million output tokens monthly pays roughly $85 with Kimi and $450 with Claude Sonnet 4.6. Annualized, that's a $4,380 difference. Now scale that up to Opus 4.7 or ChatGPT 5.5. You are talking serious money. And because Kimi is open weight, multiple providers will host it. That price will drop even further. But the prices for Claude and GPT will not. Let me give you an honest take. Use Kimi K2.6 when you are building coding agents at scale where token cost dominates, or when you need self-hosting, data residency, or fine-tuning, or you want agent swarm, true parallel multi-agent execution, or you want open source and the option to never be logged in. You can use Claude Opus 4.7 when you are doing complex multi-file refactors where correctness is non-negotiable, or you need the best computer vision currently available, that is 98.5% visual acuity numbers in real, or you're using MCP-heavy agentic workflows, or you're looking for long session reliability on hard contested code paths. You can use GPT 5.5 for hard math, scientific reasoning, or quantitative analysis in the bottleneck, or you need state-of-the-art terminal bench or command line agents, or if you are inside the ChatGPT and the Codex ecosystem already, or token efficiency matters to you because GPT 5.5 reportedly uses 72% fewer output tokens than Opus 4.7 on the equivalent coding task. So it's not one winner anymore, it's routing problem. The smartest teams are using all three. Kimi for high volume scaffolding, Claude for hard correctness, and GPT 5.5 for math and command line agents. So, did Kimi K2.6 crash Claude and ChatGPT? Honestly, it crashed their pricing model. It crashed the assumption that open source is 2 generations behind the frontier. And it crashed the comfortable position Claude and OpenAI had as the only serious option for production agentic coding. A year ago, this choice didn't exist. Today, you can run near-frontier coding agent at 1/8 the cost with full open weights and beat GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.6 on the benchmark that matters most for real engineering work. That's not a loss for Claude and ChatGPT. Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5 are genuinely incredible, but it is the moment open source officially refused to stay in second place. If this breakdown helped you, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. And drop a comment, which model are you running in your production? I'll see you in the next video.